Issue 41, Combat Patrol, a mega issue with an orc warboss in mega armor. Hello and welcome to The Lucky Roll, an eclectic channel for eclectic games, and today we're going to be looking at issue 41 of our continuing series of Hachette Collections Combat Patrol. Now in this issue you get a warboss, a orc warboss in mega armor, and we'll have a look at him in a minute, but the issue itself is also an interesting one because it comes with some lore on Slaanesh and a new play sheet. Now the sheet is quite good. I'm just going to zoom out a little bit so you can have a proper look at it. It's quite good in the sense that it is double-sided and that it allows you a brand new playing area for your combat patrol. So it's a nice little issue for that alone. The issue itself, of course, will focus mainly on the orc warboss in mega armor. Now, of course, the orcs are fairly simple and straightforward, so the names of their monsters and wagons and things like that are always quite funny. But to build him is actually quite straightforward. He's a push-fit model, so you don't actually need glue in this case. No, I tend to kind of just glue a little bit anyway, because sometimes, I don't know, you can be paranoid like that, or sometimes I need to trim down the spike to actually get it to fit into the model a little bit properly. You have, of course, how to paint the guide, and you'll notice that there's actually two figures on him, that he has a little Gretchen on top, armed with a kind of a machine gun, which is amusing. And the paint guide here, to be fair, is quite elaborate because you have a lot of paints again at this stage. You have some lore on Slaanesh. Now, Slaanesh is one of the four chaos gods, known as the Prince of Darkness, or she that thirsts to the Eldar. Basically is the embodiment of lust and temptation, and quite a nasty one actually. Slaanesh was born when the Eldar society became so corrupt and hedonistic that it was just born out of their desires, and Slaanesh has a particular desire to kind of devour all the souls of the Eldar in particular. Now there's interesting things as well. As you can see here, Slaanesh has a few unique things, such as a contorted epitome, which is a special magical mirror that casts deadly spells and hypnotizes enemies as it slithers across the battlefield. You have fiends, which are essentially deadly demonic creatures with a kind of an aromatic perfume that kind of seduces their opponents and reduces their will to defend themselves. You have hell flares, which is just a device of sharpened wheels and blades crewed by a trio of demonettes. And you have the Keeper of Secrets, which is basically a huge kind of giant titan and one of the more powerful Slaaneshi servants. We have here as well some interesting aspects on the orcs. So of course you have here the warboss in mega armor. What you have here is called a Death Dread, which is essentially the orc version of a dreadnought, and you have a Boomdaka Snaz wagon. So again, just a kind of a big racing vehicle, of course, with a poor Gretchen tied to the front there. And this is what makes the orcs kind of fun, is that they're just chaotic. You have here the stats for the warboss in mega armor and the data sheet. And of course, Scenario 27 using this model is just called Thump the Gits. So the orcs are kind of beloved as the comedy relief in the 40k universe a lot of the time, but they're also very much like British football hooligans in that they just live to fight. So that is the actual issue itself, and we'll have a look at the mini. Now the mini was fun to paint. I'm not very good at painting orcs, but a lot of this is just armor. So he's kind of got a big cool exoskeleton on his limbs. So you can see here that his natural leg is in the center of all that kind of metallic mess, and that it's kind of enhanced his strength on the outside. He has here a big huge engine on his back with plenty of exhausts just to kind of power the entire exo armor, but I'd say this orc is strong enough that he could actually do it himself. He of course is covered plenty of pauldrons and shoulder armor, and he has a big nasty axe. I mean, look at this thing. This is just an axe that's just designed to kind of hack through everything, and it's also sharp at the other end as well. And if that's not enough, he's also got fire support from this tiny little Gretchen on top, who just kind of shoots anything and everything around him, who's armed with 2 spare magazines. So this was a fun little build. Orcs, as I said, are always fun, but they're also horde army, so when you start collecting orcs, you kind of end up painting quite a lot of them. But the characters themselves, such as this guy, the orc warboss in mega armor, I think kind of always make them stand out and always make them worth all that much more fun to kind of paint and complete. So the next few issues are going to be a few orc boys and I think a death dread. So the next few issues of Combat Patrol should be interesting. As always, if you enjoy these videos, please like, subscribe, all that good YouTube stuff. And until next time, this is Sean, signing off.